If you're a first home buyer, someone wanting to buy your first home, or you're a single parent really wanting to buy a home for you and your family, you've got to watch this video. My name's Marissa, I'm from Rise High Financial Solutions, and today I'm going to tell you about how first home buyers and single parents can access some great government incentives at the moment to actually get them into their home sooner. So there's effectively three main government schemes right now that has come from the Australian government, the federal government, that is supporting first home buyers and single parents. I'm going to run through them today, tell you a little bit about them, and tell you what you need to be eligible for them. So the first scheme is called the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme. The second scheme is called the Family Home Guarantee, and the third scheme is called the New Home Guarantee. So let me go through each of them in detail so you can see which one you might be eligible for. Firstly, the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme. Effectively, before this scheme was in place, if you wanted to buy a house and you needed to borrow more than 80% of the value of the house, you'd need to pay what we call lender's mortgage insurance. So that can be quite expensive. It can be several thousands of dollars, and that has put people off from getting into the house market quickly. They've actually wanted to delay their purchase and save a bit more so they can reduce their lender's mortgage insurance costs. Well, the Australian government's come out and said, well, no, now you can actually, if you're a first home buyer, they're going to guarantee the loan to the bank so that you only need a 5% deposit. Rather than needing a 25% deposit, you only need a 5% deposit plus your purchase costs, so your stamp duty, etc., to get into the housing market, and you don't have to pay lender's mortgage insurance under this scheme. So that can potentially save you tens of thousands of dollars depending on what your purchase price is. So effectively, this scheme is only available for first home buyers, and like I said, you only need to have a deposit of 5% of the purchase price plus your costs. So depending on what purchase price you're looking at, you can calculate what that will be. With this scheme, you are also allowed to access other government incentives. So say, for example, in your state and territory, there's a first homeowners grant. So in South Australia, there's a $15,000 grant for new properties. You can actually use that $15,000, that can go towards your deposit. So with the criteria for this, it's only available for citizens, not for permanent residents. And there are some income caps. So for a single applicant, you have to be earning $125,000 a year or less. If you're applying as a couple and you have to be married or in a de facto relationship to qualify as a couple under this scheme, you can be earning a maximum of $200,000 a year between the two of you. With this scheme, you do have to apply through a lender, an eligible lender, and we can help you with that at Rise High. Our service is fee-free, and we can help you find the right lender to help you access this scheme. And you do need to pay principal and interest repayments on your loan for the life of the grant. It also needs to be only available for a home that you're going to live in. So unfortunately, it's not available for investment properties, and there is a maximum purchase price of $500,000. So that's, in a nutshell, the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme. The government then went on to announce another scheme, which was an extension of that in October 2020, and that is called the New Home Guarantee. Effectively, it's exactly the same as the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme, but it's only available for brand new properties. So that's if you're buying a brand new property or if you're building a brand new property. Whereas the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme that I initially talked about, that's also available on established property. So it doesn't necessarily need to be brand new. So depending on which type of property you're looking at, there might be places in the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme or places in the New Home Guarantee Scheme that you might be eligible for. One advantage of the New Home Guarantee Scheme is the price cap is slightly higher. So for example, in South Australia, it goes up to $550,000 as opposed to $500,000 for the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme. Another really exciting scheme is the Family Home Guarantee. Now this has actually been announced as part of the 2022 federal budget, and this is for single parents. So they don't have to be first home buyers. They can have previously owned a property in Australia, but they currently don't own a property in Australia and they're looking to buy a home to live in. So if you are a single parent, you can actually buy a house under this scheme with a deposit as little as 2%. So that is super awesome. So with the 2% deposit, basically the government is going to guarantee the rest of your deposit, which means that you don't have to pay any lender's mortgage insurance. So the government is basically guaranteeing up to 18% of your loan, which is awesome. So this can be for building a new home, it can be for purchasing a new home, or it can be purchasing an established home. It doesn't have to be a brand new home, and you don't have to be a first home buyer. So that's really awesome. A few criteria for this: it must be a residential property, so not a commercial property. Once again, it has to be a home to live in, not for investment purposes. It also has a maximum purchase price of $500,000 in South Australia. In different states, the price caps vary. Once again, has to be principal and interest repayments, and the applicants also have to be citizens, not permanent residents. So for all of these schemes, there are a few things to be aware of. Like I said, there's property price caps in different locations. So come and speak to us so we can work out which location you're looking at, and we can tell you what the property price cap is. As well as having at least a 2% or a 5% deposit, you do need to be able to demonstrate your ability to afford the loan. So that basically comes down to your credit history and your level of income. Now, even if you're not currently working and you have different forms of income coming in from different sources, that is still something that we can look at to support you. So don't write that off completely. Come and speak to us about it to see what we can do to make your dream a reality. One thing that's really important to point out is that these schemes are not a cash grant as such. They are more a guarantee, helping you to get into your home sooner without having to pay lender's mortgage insurance. So basically, you won't be getting any cash in your pocket from these schemes, but they will be saving you thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars that you would normally have to pay if you wanted to get into the property market now. So one other thing that's really important to note is there's actually only a very small limited number of lenders that can offer these schemes to you, and at Rise High we're accredited with those lenders and we can help you navigate your way through that. There are also a very limited number of spots available on each scheme, and it's basically first in, first dressed. So basically what you need to do, if you're interested in taking advantage of one of these schemes, there is no cost to apply for these schemes. There's no catches. You just need to come and speak to us. Once again, service is fee free. What you need to do is you need to set up a consult with a Rise High mortgage broker. We can sit down with you, understand your goals and objectives and your financial position, what you're trying to achieve, and put a plan in place for you. If you're eligible, we can get you a pre-approval under the scheme so we can save you a spot in the scheme. With the pre-approval, your spot will be saved for you for a period of 90 days. During that period, you must find a property that you would like to buy and sign a contract. If you don't find a property within that 90-day period, you do lose your place in the scheme and have to reapply for a new spot. But these are all things that we can help you navigate through. Basically, overall, if you're looking to buy your first home or you're a single parent wanting to get a home for your family, come and speak to us at Rise High. We do love helping first home buyers and single parents, and we'd love to help you with your home purchase. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.